What's good, y'all? Lily Reds here. Today's review features the Maggard Super High Density Knot.
This is my beautiful daughter, Lily Rudman. She's looking forward to being a YouTuber herself one day, and you'll all be able to catch her. She wanted to introduce a product for us today, so I think she did a great job. Many of you know Maggard Razors. They're probably the largest U.S. retailer of wet shaving products and certainly one of the largest in the North Americas. They're based out of Adrian, Michigan, and they're a family-owned business with some of the greatest customer service you've ever experienced in any business practice. They feature an insane amount of wet shaving products, 3,000 plus unique wet shaving products, which can be purchased in their brick and mortar store or online. They're notoriously fast with shipping. They have a wonderful program called Maggard's Edge, which provides you free shipping for a one-time fee every 6 months. I believe it's $15.99. So I definitely recommend you check them out if you haven't already heard of them, but I'd be surprised if you haven't already heard of Maggard Razors. So as you can see, the Maggard Super High Density Knot is housed in this beautiful handle, Ever Ready Guaranteed, which is a vintage handle restored and gifted to me by a good friend of mine, Shave Punk from Instagram. Give him a follow and check his content out if you would. He's a wonderful gentleman who I happened to have the opportunity to meet while in Colorado back in 2017. Spent a couple weeks, had dinner with him several times. Just one of the nicer people in this hobby that I've ever had the pleasure of meeting in person. So the Maggard Super High Density Knot comes in several sizes, starting at 22 millimeters all the way up to 30 millimeters in 2 millimeter increments for your brush needs, if you will. The standard loft when not set into a knot is 63 millimeters, and I believe the recommended depth for setting these is anywhere between 12 and 15 millimeters deep, depending on your loft preference. As you can see, the hair is super densely packed into this this brush. It's just a beautiful, beautiful hair as well. I'd call it Manchurian just based on how it feels. Maggard's hasn't gone as far as to proclaim it to be Manchurian, but there's no real standard for hair. But I will tell you, the hair on this is just absolutely beautiful. This is an affordable luxury knot. This will get you into that, plus $100 feel of a knot for well under that cost, depending on what size you choose. The tips, when wet, as I'm doing right now, absolutely gel, almost like nothing I've seen before. You can see they just super soft, super gooey. You're really gonna like that if you've never experienced that in a badger knot. So the knot itself, just really good balance of backbone and softness. I would call this like a stiff backbone, but not so stiff that it's cumbersome to splay. You can see it splays quite easily. I'm not using very much pressure at all to move the brush around and splay it out, even with a fairly pasty lather. As mentioned, the tips are just beautiful. Some of the softest tips I've ever felt, particularly in a knot that costs, this one was $43 shipped. So if you're in the market for a luxury feeling badger, you're gonna really want to, set aside the coin and check one of these out. Beautiful flow through on this knot. It does not hog the lather. It loads the soap quite easily because of the balance of the stiffness of the brush. I particularly like my brushes set a bit deeper, so this is set for me at 15 millimeters deep, which gives a 48 millimeter exposed loft on the brush, and I find it absolutely perfect. If you were to get one of these and preferred a bit more flop, if you will, you'd want to set this probably at 50 to 51 millimeters deep, and that will give you a little more splay without as much pressure, as well as a little more coverage area. This is a 24 millimeter knot, but as you can see, even with my big head, I'm not having any problem getting the lather moved around and agitated. You can see it's a swirler, no problem. It's also a great painting brush. You can see it's not holding the lather at all, it's just painting it on as I move the brush around. So needless to say, I'm extremely happy with these knots. I'm really glad to see them brought to market for the more budget conscious consumer to have the opportunity to try a luxury badger knot. I think it's clear how impressed I am by this Maggard super high density knot. They've done so much to progress this hobby. It doesn't surprise me they were able to bring a luxury badger knot at an affordable price to the masses here in the US. I do hope you'll have the opportunity to check them out. Particularly this Maggard super high density knot, if you will. If you happen to catch this today, which is Saturday, March 9th, when I do upload it, they're participating over on the subreddit group Wet Shaving on a Ask Me Anything format style post. So head on over there and ask them a question if you have further questions about this knot or any of the other product offerings. As always, thumbs up the video if you enjoyed it. Comment below if you have anything to say. And if you're not already a subscriber, please become one. See ya.